Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3 o'clock UK time on the 12th of August. The American market has opened up strongly, and the S&P 500 up 35 points. The advances significantly ahead of that of decline, so a very positive start after a sell-off yesterday afternoon. So what's happened? Well, I certainly got stopped out of my GDX in some style yesterday as the gold market came back. At our Q&As over the last couple of Mondays, I've been reckoning that the gold market was significantly overbought. And that's what happens when everybody runs for the door at once. However, it was an incredible sell-off, and I hope that those of you out listening didn't lose much money in it. I'm holding AAZ, and AAZ has come off a little bit, not too bad. Even at these prices, with $100 shaved off the price, the gold mining companies are still making really good money. So what's happened, if I look at the American market, there has been a rotation out of shares that did well out of the virus to shares that would do well if the virus went away. So some of the leaders over the last 3 or 4 months have pulled back a little bit, and have pulled back to very good levels, in fact. So I'm got stopped out of GDX, but I haven't really done anything else. Now there's quite a few of these sitting at support. I need to watch them. I think the most noticeable one is Microsoft, and if we have a look at Microsoft, we can see there's the run up since the DEW signal in where is it? DEW signal in April. There it is, and it's now pulled across. This is one of my famous spring setups, where the market in fact came back to that level and then ran this. That was a lovely little swing trade here. It's now pulling back again to that level, and I wouldn't be at all surprised, folks, to see it clip this level or even clip this level before it turns. It's had a very good positive start to the afternoon. I'm holding this way back since somewhere down around here. And my stop losses are under these lows somewhere. I don't like changing a stop loss, but my stomach tells me that this stop loss, this one, will be run even under the most positive circumstances. My stop loss is currently under there. Probably a better place for it is under here. So just watch that. These markets are just coming back. TTD has pulled back in exactly the same way again. There was 2 springs in a row here, and it's now pulled back a little bit, and with any luck moving from here. However, the trend has slowed down, because this low, if this in fact is a low, has impinged this last high, and that's what I call a creeping trend. So it's showing that this trend is slowing down, and we have to be more careful. If you note here, for example, that low was exactly the same as that high, but the previous set of lows were a mile higher than the previous set of highs, and that's an expanding trend. So this trend has started to creep. So if we also look at the American market and we look at the market timing graph, we can see that nothing much has changed here. We've still got this marked divergence. This market has been overbought and divergent with the buy-sell ratio for about 65 trading days. And again, I know everybody's laughing at me now, but I again have to warn you that if everybody runs for the door, we could have a gold situation on our hands where this comes back quite savagely. So this is not a time for fishing trips, ladies and gentlemen. If we go to the UK, we can see the UK is having a wonderful couple of days, and the FTSE strongly up again today. The buys much ahead of the sells, and we've got 3 green lights telling us that the price is up day over day. The momentum of the price of the composite is up day over day and week over week, and the buy-sell ratio is up day over day and week over week. A very strong situation, and as you can see, the advice couldn't be more positive. I haven't done much since the last time we spoke. I bought into Sylvania. I think I spoke about that last week. What I have done since the last time we spoke is that I bought into Hilton Foods. And Hilton Foods got strong numbers on VectorVest, maybe not quite worry-free, but I particularly liked the chart formation. And if we put the chart up, that's Hilton Foods here, but if we have a look at it over 5 years, we can see an exceptionally strong trend, and at the same time earnings per share has nearly doubled, in the period. The sell-off February and March has been exceeded, and the market has now pulled back. Now if I put up a yearly chart, we can see it's pulled back in what technicians would refer to as a three-wave pattern, which is quite bullish, and it is again one of my famous spring patterns. And the market came back to this point, it went up, couldn't make a new high, and it's pulled back and it's now reversed. And there's earnings per share over the last year, up from 45 pence to 52 pence, and hopefully you can see this beautiful outside day here, and the outside days are one of my best patterns, and when I saw this low being confirmed by that outside day, I couldn't resist buying a few. So I bought into Hilton Foods over the last couple of days. Time will tell how it does. I think it's flat today. So if I go back into my watch list, the other share that's starting to move very nicely is Avon Rubber, and this is a share that I've held now since April in this campaign, and it's moved up very nicely for us since April. Maybe not with the gusto of an American IT stock, but nevertheless in the throes of quite a strong trend. This is a great little company, folks. It's got rid of all its low margin products, and is now focusing on high-tech rubbers for the aviation industry, for the military. And if I take those off so we can see the wood for the trees and go to our last 6 months, it's pulled back to that last old high, and this is Chris actually emailed me about this a couple of days ago. We've got highs here, and just remember folks, highs are in fact not a point but a zone, and the market then came back and found support just there where my cursor is, moves up a little bit and then comes back and takes that level out, and then we get these very strong accumulation days here, and I think that that would have been a very good level. Now I've written about this in my essay of this weekend. You'll be getting it on Saturday morning, VectorVest customers. But if you see a market pulling back to an old high, which is also in the zone between the 21 and the 55-day moving average, that's a very special setup that works on all time frames. So all looks to be good here, and I'm holding these positions. Again, somebody emailed me that Avast came back today. I think there was results out today. What can one do? It had a good day yesterday. It's still my stop loss on it's at entry. Sylvania is up today on a weaker precious metal price, and that bodes well. And AAZ's down 4 pence. It's not the end of the world. I still think, folks, that this pullback in gold is a correction in a bull market, and I've been expecting that correction for quite a long time. When it came in style yesterday, that's for sure, and I would expect a crack like this to last 2 or 3 weeks. However, I'll do a big picture on gold in one of these videos in the next couple of days, but I would expect it to take 2 or 3 weeks for this sell-off at least to wind down, so you've got plenty of time to get back in again. I think there's a tremendous future for gold. Let's hope the stock market can run strong now into the US election, into October. The Democratic nominee, Mr. Biden, his choice of running mate yesterday, I think, added a great deal of credibility to his case, and maybe that's why the American market came off in such style. I don't know. I'm politically agnostic, but I do know that the American market has recovered, and we're up 35 ticks, 38 ticks, and we've broken up. I think I've got the chart here, the 5-minute chart, if I can find it. That's the 5-minute chart. And that's the sell-off yesterday afternoon. Maybe make it a bit bigger. That's the sell-off yesterday afternoon, which I think was precipitated by that political event. I don't know, but that's what the Bloomberg said this morning. And it's broken up through the 15-minute high. We shall see if it can keep going. Many people will use the first 15 minutes to bracket. In other words, if it breaks the high of the first 15 minutes, they go long. If it breaks the low of the first 15 minutes, they go short. I don't like to buck this advance decline on VectorVest, and if the advances are significantly ahead of the declines, then invariably the market moves in that direction. That's a filter I use for my day trading that I find very useful. I think one of our people at our Q&A on Monday, Mark from our Guildford user group, asked me why am I day trading so much at the moment, and it took me a long time to work that out, but last night it came to me. It's quite simple. I've got more time because I'm not traveling around the country. I don't have to go to studios to record videos that I used to do in the past. It's all done on Zoom, so I've got simply more time to day trade in the afternoon. So guys, all seems to be good. Just remember that we're in a market that's been overbought for 65 days, and that if everybody runs for the door, they'll run for the door very quickly indeed. However, we have to be strong, and I think that this market can easily run towards the US elections and then make a decision for us. Thanks very much indeed. I hope you found this useful.